Hello everyone, welcome to our family of happy learning. How are you all? I hope everybody are doing good and staying safe. So what can you expect from today's video? I'll be talking about Pune University Masters in Public Health program in detail. What is the eligibility criteria for Masters in Public Health? How many seats are available for Masters in Public Health program? How do they select candidates for MPH program? What is the entrance exam pattern and what is the syllabus, entrance exam syllabus, and how should you prepare for your entrance exam? What books will be ideal to study for your entrance exam? What is the stipend for Masters in Public Health program at Pune University? All this I am going to talk in detail. If you are a student who is interested in Pune University Masters in Public Health program, watch this video till the end. It will help you out. So let's dive into today's video. Coming to eligibility criteria, who can apply for Masters in Public Health program at Pune University? See, all allied health science students are eligible, life science students are eligible, zoology, biotechnology, microbiology, botany, B Pharmacy, BSc Nursing, MBBS, Ayurveda, Homeopathy, Unani Medicine, Naturopathy Yogic Sciences, Siddha Medicine, Dental Science students, Physiotherapy Science students, Medical Laboratory Technology, BSc Food and Nutrition, BSc Community Health, BSc Paramedical Technology. All the above mentioned degree students are eligible to apply for Pune University Masters in Public Health program. So there are 20 seats for Masters in Public Health program at Pune University. Coming to how to they select students for Masters in Public Health program, it's just purely based on entrance exam merit. Every year Pune University will conduct entrance exam for Masters in Public Health students. You have to appear for the entrance exam, and if you qualify with a good merit, you will be allotted Masters in Public Health program seat. So what is the entrance exam pattern? You will have 100 marks paper. In that they have divided into section A and section B. Section A is of general knowledge, aptitude, logical reasoning, comprehension. See, section B is subject specific. I'll tell you what is subject specific, what is section B syllabus and section A syllabus in detail. See, one thing, your 100 marks paper will definitely they'll ask you questions from entrance exam syllabus only. They will not ask in a generalized manner. So have a look at your entrance exam syllabus and start your preparation. Generally they are trying to test your analytical ability and your aptitude and your comprehension skills. Section B will be of subject oriented. See, this is section B syllabus. They told you they'll ask you subject oriented, right? Bachelor's degree level knowledge of life sciences you should have, general knowledge of public health, general knowledge on determinants of health, applied research. In each unit what you have to study, what is the entrance exam syllabus, what they have given, I'll tell you in detail. Have a look at it. See, bachelor's level knowledge of life sciences you should have. Microbiology you should know, like basic microbiology definitely you should know. Pathology, biochemistry, basic knowledge of human biology, evolution, adaptation, genetics, important bacterial, viral, fungal and protozoan diseases that affect humans with emphasis on etiological agents, body system affected, modes of transmission, prevention, drug resistance and immunity. So all this you should study. See, just if you refer your bachelor's level degree books, no, it will be suffice for this. Coming to your second unit, generally they are trying to assess your basic knowledge in public health and preventive and social medicine. You have to know what is concept of health and disease, common health problems and causes of death in various age groups, commonly observed conditions. See, nowadays in 21st century we are seeing an epidemiological transition. There is an increase of non-communicable diseases. You have to know what is the burden of diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, cancer along with diarrhea, respiratory infections, common infectious epidemiology you have to know. Here they have mentioned TB, HIV, malaria, etc. All the infectious diseases you should know. What are the emerging threats like swine flu, Ebola? Present we are seeing COVID pandemic situation. National health programs you should know. You should know immunization schedule also. Health services, public, private, charitable trust, all that you should know in general knowledge of public health. Coming to our third unit, it's general knowledge and determinants of health. Basically they are telling you should study public health nutrition, like basic requirements like deficiencies and excess intake, hereditary, behavioral, environmental factors like air pollution, water pollution, noise pollution. all that you have to know. Ecological factors, climate change, natural disasters, housing, social factors, violence, inequality, socio-economic status, poverty, population growth. Basically all these are social determinants of health. You have to study all this in detail. Coming to your fourth unit, it's applied research. Basically here they are trying to test your analytical skills and scientific skills. You should know basic research methods like steps in scientific research and basic biostats like mean, median, types of sampling methods, what is sample, what is proportion, what is the difference between rate, ratio, how do you interpret tables, graphs, all that you should know in applied research. See, before going to tell what books to refer, I'll tell you there is section A and section B, right? Section A, they'll ask you analytical reasoning, comprehension, logical reasoning, aptitude, all that. There are numerous books available for this. Whichever author you are comfortable, take one book. Don't buy multiple books and don't get confused. Take only one book and practice from that book. Coming to your section B, your first unit is bachelor's level knowledge in life sciences, right? So it will be ideal if you refer your own bachelor's degree level books, it will be suffice. Coming to textbooks of preventive and social medicine, already there is separate video which books will be good to study preventive and social medicine. If you haven't watched it, I'll drop the link in description box. Kindly check out that video. You will get an idea like what books will be ideal to study preventive and social medicine. Apart from that, you have to know general reading on health, current issues and latest public health updates. See, research methodology, there are numerous PPTs or some good books are available on research methodology. You can study that books. Coming to, do they offer stipend? No, they don't offer any stipend for students who are pursuing masters in public health program. Very few universities in India offer stipend for masters in public health students. See, this is their official website. Whoever is interested to apply for masters in public health at Pune University, you can go to their official website. Once the notification is out, you can click on the link, apply online and enter all your details and pay the application fee, and you can submit your application form. This is my Insta ID. I'll be posting all the public health updates. If any students are interested in all the public health updates, you can follow me on Instagram. I hope this video is helpful and informative for you. If it's been helpful, can you just spare a second for me and like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our Happy Learning family. Take care, stay safe, stay home, stay happy. See you all tomorrow.